Good afternoon, everyone. This is Team 3. We are here to present a group discussion on comparing high budget and low budget films. In my view, there is no requirement of budget. There is only requirement of content to see a film or to be successful.
Yes, you're absolutely right. In high budget we have a lot of cost, over $50 million, and compared to the low budget films, high budget films we have a famous actress and make polishable in a impressive special effects, and their films are showing in worldwide comparing to low budget films. In low budget films, we do not have a lot of money under $50 million, and we do not show any worldwide theaters in like film festivals and show fewer films.
Yes, sir. And low budget films will not have a better quality than high budget films. I think promotions plays a key role to make a film successful.
I agree with you, Kavita. But low budget films have maybe storytelling and good script, and some actors are maybe not famous, but they are acting like very good. So low budget films have maybe success more.
As you all said, uh, that is not important in movie time. Movie only plays in only three steps: making, script, and making and releasing. As you all said, there is no comparison between two films because most of people now are changing their views in cinema because they are watching only if the content is good in movie. Otherwise, otherwise they are not seeing it because uh, people have changed their mind in cinemas. They only see the content and the work that has done by the that work for that movie.
In addition to that, the narration should be as good and the VFX should be implemented as we can implement in the low budget films also to showcase the attention of the audience.
Yes, I agree with your point. And in additionally, the successful films is not depending on the budget. It depends on the good content and direction. It is important. So it changes the people's mindset. So maybe chances to low budget movies also successful.
In my opinion, maybe a famous actors are doing a movie. It content is good or bad. It is maybe success, but some actors are maybe not famous. They are doing good script, but they are not maybe a success.
I partially agree with your point. There is no matter of the actors, but if the content is really good, the hero and heroine does not matters in the cinema. If the people like the movie, they'll definitely do it successful.
Yes, I'm also okay, but some people are accepted their fans following. So some people are hit the movie only for heroes. So I partially agree with your point.
Yes, I agree with all of you because most of the famous actors like Ramcharan, those films are getting so much of first day collections. Because of that, they may have most opportunity to get the market. They have to reach very easy.
Yes, in addition to that, direction, graphics will also plays a key role. Uh, uh, Instead of a budget, we can make a film with good with good content, and we will use graphics.
In addition to that, there is also a character placement which gives life to the film. The character is main important to the film.
Finally, we conclude that budget is not a plays a key role, but budget is some plays a some role. And thank you. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. We are the members of Team 3, and we are here to present an GD topic on comparing the high budget and the low budget films and what makes them successful. And in my point of view, both the films has their depends upon the content of the film, and first of all, the low budget creators must have the passion towards the film. Like all the directors and the artists pay attention towards their work with the passion, and the script that is written by the director will be written with an almost all of his efforts and with hard work. So like that. The films that are taken in the at the low budget has a high rate of success. That is we can see that nowadays we can see that the low budget films has more content and a story. Like that, not only low budget films, high budget films also has their own success, like depending upon the promotions and the VFX effects, like visual effects.
I agree with the Kirti's point. It's in that high budget films are having more marketing and advertisement campaigns more, and low budget having low advertisement and marketing in the franchise of cinema. And what makes them to success in low budget film?
I agree with
the
you.
the storytelling and narration will be the main aspect of the low budget films. High budget also the comprising his storytelling, but his marketing will be more than low budget.
Yes, so I agree with your point where the narration of the low budget films makes the story successful, and the high budget films also make sure the budget films mainly points out the large, big hero and the big sets, and also the, as Keerthi said, VFX and also the background music. These all will be compared the successful movie comparing from budget to the lower budget.
I agree with you. As compared the budget of high budget movies have high budget to promote their movies, but low budget movies don't have that much money to promote their movie. So low budget movies are not making successful high budget movies nowadays.
I added to point of the way budget is not a point of when movie is successful. In few days, for example, Hanuman movie is low budget, but it crosses the 100 crores. Budget is not a point when a movie is successful or not. The content in the movie and how the movies attract the people's their emotions, like that.
I agree with you, but low budget movies are not having much theaters compared to high budget movies because low budget movies are having less demand and less more budget, so they cannot afford much theaters compared to high budget movies.
As Bhaskar, I agree to your point where the high budget and the low budget, but the low budget movies also must be distributed by the distributors to the each and every theater. Due to this, the vastity in the cinema field and the direction field and every cinema field will be increased, and the interest in the audience will be increased apart furthermore rather than compared to in ancient days.
As Shivani said that the low budget movies either releases in many of the OTT platforms, like the heroes and the actors or the artists get the most fame when the low budget film got successful in the low when they are either even though they are released in the OTT platforms. In conclusion, we can say that both the movie fame depends upon totally on the dedication towards the movie and the passion towards the movie about the actors and the directors. It is totally not depending on the budget of the movie. Thank you.
Uh, Good evening. As we say that high budget films are u- using more VFX and using more manpower to create some buildings or create something very big, and they are attracting people by using shows by conducting some shows, and they are gaining popularity in for their movie promotions.
Okay, I partially accepted your point. Firstly, budget is not a matter in this short and low and high film because the content is more important than the budget, I think. And also in high budget film, maximum the technology is used when compared to the low budget, and also advertisement is also mainly used in the high budget film when compared to low budget. Here, based on the content, the film will be succeed.
I agree with your points. Yeah, as you said, budget is important than the content. Yes, I am agree with your point. And also not the content, and also way of expressive, how they are express their views, and also how they act their role, and also in both low and high budget films they need a word of mouth. That means they need positive views, and also in both cases they need uh, in both cases they need a high range of leadership, and also in low budget and high budget they need some of the what they call the um, they need a large amount of success.
I totally agree with your point. The content is more important than the budget, but the budget is also important, which helps us to advertise and promote our movie. And the actors are also important, which who are acting better and who acts their role as usual, and who acts more impactively and expressively, so that the movie becomes success.
I want to add one new point. Because of low budget films, we are getting new artists, and we are getting some good information about the country and ourselves, which way we have to follow and which way we have to lead our life. We are getting the information by more in low budget films.
I agree with your point. Higher budget film has a unlimited amount and help of a team and shooting, etc. and stunt people. Some of the factors of high budget film is location shooting and high amounts.
I accept your points. In high budget film, the way of taking and the way of showing to us to audience is different from the low budget films. Low budget films, the content will be good, means the film will be popular. In high budget films, they will do more promotions than low budget films. Low budget films, they will do less promotion compared to high budget films.
And my point is to the success of the film is mainly on the director and the cameraman.
And I want to add one more point. In low budget films, we they took new talents like who are not getting into big screen, and those were getting into the low budget films, and also they show the new talents, and they introduce the new actors and new characters, and in low budget films they prove themselves, and also in high budget films they took high budget films they took only great actors which are already known by all.
One more point I I agree with you, but that is they got the opportunity to act in their film so that it shows their responsibility and the content present in their film.
Higher budget film giving a large amounts of money and content. That's why I personally feel that higher budget film is more successful than lower budget film.
As we all said that high budgets are doing more promotions than low budget films. The low budget must also start promotions like high budget films to watch the movie, and even though high budget films are costly doing their job, uh, they're wasting the some more time in VFX and those all. In low budget films, there is no that much VFX, and the movie is going parallelly. Uh, so that we must watch both high budget films and low budget films. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, we are team 3 from CSIT. Now we are presenting the group discussion on high budget films and low budget films, which is make successful. In my opinion, budget is not important. Content, script, and the performance is important.
In addition to that, the passion is also important for the film, for directing and to act.
In addition to that, direction and graphics will also plays a key role.
Yes, in addition to that, budget is not important to film to make film successful. It is it depends on the good content and direction and acting skills from actors. So the success rate is depends on these.
As you all said, I agree with all of you. But my point is, the budget also makes play a major role in cinemas because the story which some stories will occur so much of a budget because of making such stories that are not possible in small budgets. So that budget is also a concern that's to make a movie very good.
As Rahul said, budget is also important to make a big budget films. example like Kalki. But in recent times, we also got OTT platforms which small budget films are releasing, and it is also getting successful talks in the society.
Yes, in high budget films, we have a lot of money and over under $50 million, and we have famous actors and more polished and impressive effects. So, in low budget films, there are low cost and do not have any famous actors. So, they are depend on only good actors and good content. So, they're not dependent in high budget. I
That's,
mean,
that's not maybe right because so many small movies like Jagratnalo, the recent movie Committee Gural, they don't have that much of great actors, but the movie get very successful because of the content and the director who the technical team who the team whole team which played major role. That the behind the work is the only important to make a movie successful and the on-screen actors should perform well in the movie.
Yes, I agree with you, Rahul. But you said that Kamti Kuralu, Jatiratnalu, that movies acts famous actors like Ram Charan and Allu Arjun. It may be a full success, in my opinion.
No,
No, I partially not agree with you because actor doesn't mean to be in the film. As like you said, Ram Charan and Allu Arjun, even Jatratnalu hero did a very well job, which can't suit for the heroes like Ram Charan and Allu Arjun.
I'm partially agree with your point because low budget films are also successful, but in high budget films like Bahubali is also good content and it use more budget. We do not use low budget, so that types of movies also need high budget and more famous actors. So that type of movies have the more successful rate than low budget films.
as we
I think
compare the success rate, is make we mix a secretary to the budget. The small budget makes film under 1 crore. It may gain the profit up to 10 crores. Means the small budget film is having more success than the big film. We cannot compare with the numbers we are seeing in the posters.
Yes, I agree with you. The actors will not make a major role in the movie success. The content will plays a key role to success a movie.
In addition to that, recently we saw a world record which is first is Dangal, and then after Bahubali 2 is in second place. As we compare the budget, Bahubali 2's budget is more than the Dangal, but Dangal is in first place because it content plays a major role in the movies.
I agree with you, Monica, and all other points. Finally conclude that budget plays a role, but script is plays more role in films.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Shimani and I'm here. We are here to make a group discussion on the topic higher budget films and comparing the lower budget films, which make what makes the both successful. And according to my point of view, both the uh, irrelative of the budget, the movie narration makes the story successful. What's your point of that?
And their strategies on releasing on time and the dates will be the main aspect of the film releasing.
I agree with you, Ole's point. How the audience are available when they, for example, in festivals time, the audience are available to see a movie with families, like weekends. That's
In my point of view, that low budget films generally consumes less number of actors and one dedicated script. And here, all the films, moreoverly, they won't release in the theaters or halls. They only release in the any OTT platforms. And the low budget films generally get its success because of the social media or the idea creativity of the script.
I agree with you. Low budget films are facing many problems because their budget, their actors, they have a number of less actors, low budget, so they will face many problems compared to high budget films, and they have no theaters compared to high budget film. So the movie gets flop automatically.
Yes, Bhaskar. Also, with regarding the prices comparing from the higher budget and the lower budget. Regarding the higher budget, the theaters may increase the price of the ticket, and also when coming to the lower budget films, the tickets may come into again the normal ticket value price. But this must be main successful regarding the higher budget films and the lower budget films due to their crossover in the investment and the capital.
I didn't agree with the Bhaskar's point. What he's tell before that is the low budget nowadays low budget films are most successfully in earning more profits than higher budgets. It is the point of
But
replace with
some
the point.
some movies are nowadays
Some movies they as usually flops on flops and hits. Nowadays more profits in releasing is low budget
I
movies.
agree with you, but nowadays
Depending upon the fame of the actors or the artists, some of the high budget films, some of the famed artists may take part in the high budget films compared to the low budget films. So we can create an more number of opportunities for many of the unemployed people, like who are passionate towards the towards this industry, like industry field. They're more interested. Like we can create them opportunities. In conclusion, we can say that the budget is the only factor for making films, but the creativity and the storytelling and the dedication, narration, and the dedication of the artists, these factors mainly influence the success or failure of the movie. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we are discussing about high budget and low budget films, which makes them successfully. In my opinion, high budget films mainly focus on the actors and they can release their films in more theaters. And it comes to low budget films, actors are not introduced very well to the audience, and they want to more become they want to become popular and make craze among the audience. And low budget films not released on so many theaters.
I want to add a point that high budget films are buying theaters to more theaters in specific areas where where they will get more earning in their movie. Where they are not giving chance to budget movies in some areas to take theaters. So somewhat low budget movies are were going to be released in OTT platforms. So the main reason for releasing low budget films releasing in OTT platforms is this is the main reason they are not allowing movie theaters to buy the movie.
Yeah, as Victor said, I want to add one more point. In high budget films, they focus on not only on actors, and they also focus on the main focus on the commercial success. What they give the good success in the is the commercial, and also in low budget films, they not focus on commercial success. They want to show their talent and they want to improve themselves in low budget films. And also in high budget films they show the quality of pictures, but and also they're using proper technology, and they have access to use those technology instruments. And but in low budget films they don't any access to use technical instruments and technical knowledge. They have limit resources.
Yes, I personally agree with your point. In high budget film, mainly focused on the technology and also what the mainly content is not there. How much content is not there in mainly focused on the technology. But in the low budget film, the content is there, but there is no access of
Knowledge. Instruments. High budget film has well-known actor and experienced crew members compared to low budget film. Low budget film has less talent and unique storytelling. That's why low budget film sometimes it flop.
High budget films will be in very more screens than compared to low budget films. The high budget films need to be in more screens because the amount they invested is more in low budget screen. In low budget screens also they can get more money. They can sufficient money for the film. If we compare to the high budget films will come to OTT in more days compared to in last time the small budget films will.
I agree with your point. Uh, mainly based on this low budget or the high budget, mainly focused on the content. The content is more important in these two films. If the content is good, then sure, low budget film get the opportunity to prove themselves. And also in low budget film, some more new actors are introduced in that because they give an opportunity to the new actors to prove themselves. In high budget film, not much like that. Big actors are introducing in that film, so that automatically it raises the budget.
By listening your points, I want to conclude that budget is not more important in making a movie. It is the actors who are taking the role are important. The directors who are taking the movie in right direction is important. The cameraman and the visualizers who are gonna take the movie and take into their heart. It is the main point of getting success for the movies. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Team 3. We are here to present a GD on comparing high budget and low budget films. As in my view, the marketing plays a key role and efficient role for successful of the film.
So in additionally, in high budget films we need complex storylines, and in low budget films we need simplex storylines. And the successful in high budget films there are more famous actors we need. Because of they give a good performance in say that character. In low budget films also good acting skills, but they are not matched to the that complex storylines. So high budget films need the budget to give more successful rate than low budget films.
Low budget films have target audience. It means some comedians or comedian movies are like only some kids and family, and generation based movies are low budget films have success.
I agree with your point. The target audience should be like the movie should reach all the audience irrespective of the target audience. So the storyline must be in keeping in the view. The director should write a story keeping in the view of all the type of audience.
As you all you three have said, movies they may have their own perspective because of the script. The movie should have the budget higher low. Otherwise, if the script is not so good, if they put so much money, the money may the money may lose for that movie. In my point of view, both high budget and low budget movies are good. Without any reason, we should not put so much of money in the movies.
Yes, I agree with your point. The budget will not the budget will not depend on uh, movie success.
As Kavita said, it is true. The movie should not. It should depend on that actors or anything. It should depend on the script and the director talent. Most of nowadays the movies are say, as we said, the movies are highly technical, good, and script wise we are reaching the international level, so that there is no high budget low budget film. The script it only said it is low budget high budget film.
Yes, I agree with your point. Additionally, the film successful rate is depends on the good direction and narration and best storylines and good acting performance. And in high budget film, there are not a good content, but the film also may be chance to successful based on the powerful actors. So in high budget film, there may be chance to there is no good content, they will be hit.
in my opinion, low budget films like to see all generations. Like it is like simple and natural, so all generations are like to watch. But high budget films have graphics and high technologies, so youngsters and youth like to watch the high budget films.
In addition to that, the storylining should be have connectivity. Some of the films nowadays is not having the connectivity. So if they have connectivity to the content, definitely the budget films are be successful.
As Monica said, high budget movies are have graphics and no connectivity and content is most of the people don't know. So finally, we conclude that high budget or low budget not a matter. Content and script write is good. The film may be success. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Hello everyone, we are the members of the team 3 and we are here to present a GD discussion about the topic like comparing both high budget and the low budget films and the factors that makes them successful. Firstly, in my point of view, budget can be clearly defined as for the high budget and the low budget films, it's nothing but the money and the no one the producers are the members and no one come forward for investing their money in the films like they think what makes if the film get flops or like that.
Yes, Kirti, I agree with that because budget will be the secondary opinion for the success of the movie, and the first main view of the success of the story and the movie mainly focus on the narration and the story of the script and the story of the movie. This mainly makes the success of the movie and also the increase in the investment of the capital in the movie.
I agree with you, and low budget movies offering so much opportunities to the new artists, so they can act in new movies and encouragement them.
Yes, Bhaskar, not only the actors, also regarding the high budget movie, it creates a craze and an anxiety in the audience and in the people before even watching the movie, because the high budget movie mainly offers the great hero, great actors, and the high name actors and high fame actors, whereas low budget movies are will come into the light and make sure the audience gets insights and the movie gets success when the story and the theme of the movie is very attracting and captivating for the audience.
In addition to that, VFX also more attracting the people towards the movie to see the high budget films, to compulsory see the high budget films.
You mentioned with low budget movies don't need any graphics. They can show emotions and storyline to the audience so they can like the low budget movies also.
I completely agree to the Bhaskar's point, like that the low budget films mainly depends upon the word of mouth. Like there is a word called word of mouth. It means the viewers and the audience opinions are the or audience opinions, and most of the people are not aware of the film. So depending upon the viewers or the audience who saw that movie, so depending on that response, remaining and all the audience uh, in the- may like that storyline, and they come to watch the low budget films.
When the comparison between the low budget and high budget, the high budget films are more advertisements, and they can event launch are highly, and they can create the more interest on the audience, so they can click. And the low budget also,
By the hype of the film, they can go only first day, not only overall base. So the story and the content in the movie make the movie success.
So finally, we conclude that the budget may not be the main reason for the success of the story, but also the success of the movie. But the story of the movie and the narration and the actors acting will be the main reason for the success of the movie. Thank you.
Thank you.